Well, here we are with what I'm going to say is the star of season 4 of Love on the Spectrum, Emma Miller. Hi, and that's your mom, Lisa?
Liz.
Liz.
Liz,
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to talk with you. I think you're just as beautiful on this interview as you are on the TV show.
Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I
You're,
appreciate that.
yeah, you're welcome. Tell me what it was like to have your dating documented by a TV team. How did that feel?
It was kind of nerve-wracking at first, but then I kind of got used to it because
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted to be in film forever. So it
Yeah.
was kind of a way to motivate me.
Mm-hmm. What a
Yeah.
big motivation. Liz, what was it like for you to see your daughter on the show?
It was really fun
Yeah.
to see her on the show because I've known Emma forever, and obviously I'm very used to her. But it's always fun for me to introduce her to someone new because she's such a big personality and she's so animated. And I think people aren't quite used to that, and they're just kind of taken aback. But it's always fun for me to like watch a new person meet Emma because she's so enthusiastic, so excited about life, and anyway, it's kind of fun for me.
Yeah.
I'm very used to that, but not everybody is. So.
And we get to learn how creative Emma is too. But what I love about this, and I want to ask you too, Emma, how this felt. I know ScenicView Academy works so hard to help make sure that every adult on the spectrum is valued and validated, and that their journey towards independence is supported. I felt like the TV show, Emma, showed us how you grew through this. So what were some of the things that you learned from the dating on the show?
Like every dating experience is a learning experience.
Yes.
You know, like you can find what works for you and what doesn't work for you.
Mm-hmm. And so for you, well, I guess I shouldn't say the ending because not everybody has streamed the show yet. But what did you take away from being on the show? Because most people can feel a little shy about, falling in love in front of people.
Yeah. For me, because I've never been camera shy. I got used to it, and the casting and the crew were like really nice. Like, they were awesome. Like, honestly, they were like one of the best people I've ever worked with.
Did you give them your resume so that you could work for them later?
Not yet. Yeah.
We're in contact.
We're in contact, so we're good.
Good. How did your experience at ScenicView Academy, the school that's right here in Provo, help you, kind of prepare for the show or be a part of it?
They kind of posted about it via Instagram because like they were posting saying, "Hey, Love on the Spectrum is looking for people in Utah that are on the spectrum that are interested in dating." And naturally, my mom was like, "Oh, we should do this."
How fun to have a mom that's cheering you on. Mom, are you okay with First Kiss being on TV or being streamed in front of everybody?
Yes, I was okay with that.
And Mom was too?
Yes,
you were. It's interesting too, since people are learning more about ScenicView Academy through the show, and Emma, you're quite independent, so you don't live at ScenicView Academy. Tell us where you live now.
I live in an apartment called Bridgeway. It's in Orem. It's actually not that far from ScenicView, but I have to take the bus every day. So
yeah. And what is that apartment? How does that help you in your independence?
Well, it kind of helps me, like, how to like cook stuff and like, manage my apartment. Keep my room tidy.
Yeah. I'm also curious, now that you've been on the show, are you finding other adults that are on the spectrum that are at ScenicView going to you for dating advice?
So far that hasn't happened, but I feel like that's going to
happen. I'm curious too. Why do you think the show Love on the Spectrum is so important, Emma?
Because it's always good variety of kids on the spectrum that can give them hope in finding a connection with a person. And I feel like that's why the show is so good, because, you know, they like have all these different kinds of kids that can find connections, whether that's romance or friendship. I just love that they do that, you know, and the crew is just so good at what they do. And I feel like that's the reason why the show is so good.
Yeah, I love watching it. And
Yeah.
I did feel like you were the star of the show.
Thank you.
I know you have
I
a lot
appreciate
of important interviews because you are a TV star now, Emma. But I did want to check in with your mom as well. How does shows like Love on the Spectrum change things for wonderful creatives like Emma, like your daughter?
Well, it just gives people a new experience, a new person to watch and to root for. And the one thing that we know, all of us that have kids on the spectrum, we know how funny they are. Like, how long is your program? I could tell you the funniest stories about Emma, and you would be laughing. I hope I get to share some, actually.
Yeah.
She has always been so funny. I mean, she's a big personality, but like, she is so funny, and it's not just her. They're all of these kids. When we had a watch party with family and close friends last week, and everyone was like crying from laughing of all these kids, because they are so unique. And when you're not bound by social convention, you really can be funny and say some of the funniest things, and have some of the cutest, funniest, most innocent, sweet mannerisms, and we just all connect to that.
Yeah.
And so it's fun to be able to show like this really fun personality that we've had for 23 years, and now the world is getting to know her and how funny she is. And not just her, but all the other kids that are on the spectrum too. They all have their unique, fun personalities and the things they do that are so interesting and fun. So yeah, it's really a great show for that, and it's so kind.
Well, and the word authentic comes to mind.
Yes.
Yeah. And they were very kind with what they showed too. Like, and I feel like they show all the families in a really good light. So yeah, we appreciate that.
And I thought you were a wonderful representative, Emma, of ScenicView Academy and the change it makes to be able to honor the authenticity and creativity and independence of anyone who's neurodiverse. So I just want to tell you that I am one of your fans.
Oh,
I'm so excited that we have a chance to get to know you more. We'll be watching to see if you publish any books or anything else that'll be coming up. And Liz, it was a wonderful to meet you too. So thank you so much for saying hi to our FM 100.3 listeners.
Oh, yeah. Our pleasure.